Divine Feminine has had a few masculines coming at her. Around a handful. I'm seeing they're all there for a reason though, to make her realise what's right and what's wrong and what's not to settle for. Still little lessons being sent by the universe, but this time the universe has 100% faith Divine Feminine will pass these tests this time and realise her worth and not settle for a thing out of desperation or loneliness. She stands in her power with or without a masculine energy, and this shows. In the recent few weeks to months, she sees flaws instantly in the opposite energies coming towards her. She sees people operating out of lack and low vibrational energy. She sees the traits and the different characteristics in people that don't mesh with her new reformed self. And in the past, she was not awake and she was not realising these things. But now she has spiritually ascended. As soon as she gets some shifty energy, she moves out of the way and out of their path for good. Spirit has seen this, and Divine Feminine will feel this, as her self-worth has not been recognised before, but now nothing comes before Divine Feminine. The self-love is the most important thing that she's learned on this journey. She's been through a lot of lessons, a lot of potential relationships, a lot of failed relationships, and she's learned a lot over the last 5 to 6 years. She never wants to compromise her mental health again, and she can now recognise people or occasions that will trigger her, and she now avoids those things. She knows what she wants. She's going to receive all of her blessings after the last few tests are mastered. She has had a handful of people come into her life of the opposite sex recently, trying to gain something from her in some way, whether that be physical intimacy or mental entrapment or something that she would have to sacrifice for dealing with these individuals, such as her mental well-being, her physical well-being, or her spiritual well-being. And she's firmly said no. I'm seeing a random person that Divine Feminine does not know coming to assist her in some way. I'm clearly seeing images of tools, so this could be a handyman or a person who comes to help Feminine carry out some type of work in her home. Possibly someone who knows how to do a craft or has their own trade. This is a job Divine Feminine could not do on her own. And I'm feeling a sense of vulnerability as she feels like she's needing help of a masculine figure, where she has to potentially be alone with this masculine in order for the work to be carried out. I'm picking up that either this has happened already or it will happen in the next few weeks, where a masculine pushes his boundaries with the feminine and sexualizes a work opportunity or a job. Basically, this masculine sees feminine as very attractive. He's very attracted to her, although they should just be platonic and friendly. But somehow he crosses the boundaries and tries to flirt or offer himself in a sexual way. He could even have audacity and could carry out the work in the property for free as long as he gets something in return from the feminine, such as a glass of wine together. It's like he's going to suggest something where the work would be free in exchange for the feminine's energy. But I'm feeling Divine Feminine picking up on his sexual energy and feeling very extremely uncomfortable, not knowing what to do. I see Divine Feminine contemplating that this masculine really wants her and recognising the red flags almost instantly. Whereas in the past, she would have been naive and got confused over this scenario. Now she's mastered her lesson and is able to handle this accordingly. She won't let anyone intimidate her or sexualise her again. She's aware of this masculine energy and she's aware of how much she's attracted to her energy, and she is fully detached from any outcome of any situation in her life. However, she knows who to pick and to choose and who to deal with and who not to give her energy to at all. I'm also seeing a male figure that hangs around Divine Feminine's energy like a plague. He could potentially be a toxic ex-boyfriend. He's got bad energy. He potentially carries a sexual transmitted disease and is trying to infect his feminine with that at any point. He can see that feminine is aware of his energy and he knows her boundaries and knows that this game that he's playing shall not give him any of her time or energy. But this is something that she's mastered now, and this is her superpower, and she's super proud of herself. So a celebration is due for this feminine. I'm also picking up on a third party or a third masculine energy. And I know there's a lot of energies flying around at the moment, more than usual, but it's because divine feminine is at her peak attractiveness to the opposite sex, and she doesn't even realise how magnetic she is at this time. She has a lot of admirers, whether that be secret or well known to her. But this third masculine is a friend, and he has deep-rooted feelings for the feminine, but does not feel the feminine reciprocates this energy. Therefore, he's sitting and waiting. He's like in a waiting line. He's not knowing whether he should truly say something. He doesn't know where he stands and he needs some clarity. So he will speak up soon also and let his feelings be known. I am picking up that she has truly given up on her divine counterpart. She's learned how to detach from him and she feels better for it actually. She feels like she's had a weight lifted off her shoulders and that she no longer worries about what her counterpart is up to, what he's doing. Although I do feel like she has an inkling that he could potentially be involved with someone else. I am seeing the reason that divine has allowed masculine to spend so much time away from feminine and not allowed him to interfere with her energy is so that he can be with himself and learn his lessons, learn what he truly wants and desires, and spends enough time with himself so that he feels totally comfortable with the decisions and choices that he's made so far. I also see her not wanting to speak to him at this time. She wants peaceful energy around her and she realises that the masculine is undergoing some type of transformation. She can feel it. She is correct with her intuition. She stands strong, and even without doing much meditation or prayers, she's aware of her surroundings and the outer energies. She knows that her divine masculine is under deep introspection and deep change. Self-reflection is a word that I'm hearing. I'm also feeling that divine masculine is extremely anxious and self-conscious. He feels that when his feminine knew him or liked him, she liked him for his masculine traits and a certain look that he had maintained, which is far from the truth. Feminine is so happy with him regardless, but he feels that he's put on weight, he's maybe losing hair, and he's going through it in the process of being away from her and maturing into his looks. And it has him feeling conscious. He maybe has not been keeping up with any form of fitness or gym, and he is feeling sluggish and eating what he wants, not caring as he's got no one to really impress, but he's not loving on himself. This might be reflecting and mirroring to his feminine, and feminine may feel sudden self-consciousness. And they're not yours, so don't worry. But I am seeing that he's extremely unhappy. He has had a lot of sleepless nights lately. He's stuck in this energy and nothing moves forward for him. He feels like his growth is stuck and he is bound to his comfort zone and pleasing others. Until he is pushed to learn his lessons and move forward differently, he will not progress or be happy. Spirit is helping divine masculine to try and reach his goals and wishes, but they are pushing him to make a decision and act on it. But there's only so much spirit can do. The spirit guides are getting extremely impatient with divine masculine. And when a human on earth does not listen to the lessons and advice from spirit, and they're closed off from their signs, only bad things can happen to them to force them into the ascension. I am seeing clearly that this is a definite twin flame, divine counterpart, special connection that the masculine is very much aware of. And I can also see children. So the masculine may have children with his feminine. They may have parted due to masculine being different religion, culture, or ethnicity, or just from a different country completely. I can also see the masculine as potentially being pushed into a situation that he doesn't agree with, but he has went along with it due to trying to be a people pleaser and keeping other people happy. I feel like there is a strong mother figure or a sister or an auntie around him at the moment who's in his ear, trying to tell him everything that he needs to be doing. And she is dictating to him which leaves no room for the masculine to come forward to his divine counterpart. He is learning how to slowly say no to people, and when he does not agree with what they intend for him, he learns to speak up. This is one of his major lessons he must learn before returning to his feminine. I am seeing a wedding dress, a long gown, and a headpiece symbolising weddings or marriage, a commitment. Divine masculine is not happy about this. I'm seeing him frowning and stressed. He potentially has been involved in an arranged marriage, or he will be. There is talk of this. The family agrees that another potential match is best for the masculine, and it is all for financial gain and status. They maybe don't know about divine masculine's connection with his feminine, or they feel like they're aware of some connection, but they have steered him away from committing to feminine and going with another female that is more suitable and a match for their family. This is only in divine masculine's life, and it's his life. Nobody can force him to do something if he does not agree to it. But I am seeing divine feminine shaking her head in her hands, knowing that she's completely helpless when it comes to his decisions. And because she does not know his family or the dynamic with his close ones, she feels totally at a loss. She only relies on the connection that they once shared together and hopes it's enough for him to turn around and make a solid decision to benefit the twin flames and the ascension of the planet. I'm hearing divine feminine say, choose love and choose where your heart belongs. In the meantime, divine feminine has been advised by spirit to focus on her abundance only, their material world, their finances, and look closely at paying off any debt. Make themselves feel more secure. Financial stability, and just look after their homes in general. Clean out, have a clear out, keep your energy and your space grounded at all times. Pray, manifest, stick to a healthy diet, drink lots of water, and look after yourself, because it is only a matter of time before the masculine's life blows up and he comes running back, apologising. But divine feminine must keep the energy in a high frequency to repel any masculine energy who wants to come in at this time, who does not have the best intentions for her. For example, who is not right for her on her path at this current time. Divine feminine has grown closer to her soul family. Her friends are more like sisters. They're helping her, guiding her whenever she needs to do anything, whenever she needs to vent particularly. She has planned multiple dates and days out with her friends, trips out, maybe a meal to a fancy restaurant with some drinks, but she's getting back to her old self and she's feeling more confident and alive and free. She's coming out of hermit mode, laughing and ploughing into her self-care, her diet and her fitness, whilst side hustles and work, finances are going to boom and her business is doing great. Masculine's life is currently crumbling due to the choices they've made or may not make, but he's being swayed in the wrong direction and they've got no backbone, so they needed to have backbone when it mattered the most. But don't worry, spirit is in control, and surrender to God and the universe and set your intentions and manifestations to keep the faith. Like, share, subscribe and follow for more messages from spirit.